music and the truth until dawn. Right now, I got a few words for some of our brothers and sisters in the occupied zone. The chair is against the wall. The chair is against the wall. John has a long mustache. John has a long mustache. It's 12 o'clock, Americans, another day closer to victory. And for all of you out there on or behind the lines, this is your song.
Buy things at here websites.com.
All right. Welcome to Daily Gun Show. Come to you live every weekend at midnight Eastern. Talk about guns for an hour. I'm here by myself, so I'm just saying this to myself and maybe to the people in the future. So in a way, this is also a time machine. In the future, to be pronounced Timemeshe, but that's because pronunciations will be much different in the future, according to my calculations. I guess this is going to be a shorter show. So we do this show for, I don't know, 1,000 something episodes, going on 1,200 episodes. And just like anything that gets old, it starts to get attacked by the different bacterias and molds and funguses, and plant roots start to go away, cracks and falls apart. So that's pretty much where we're at now. Sort of like walking through a city after the plants have taken over. But you can sit around and remember what it used to be like, or maybe look at a picture book while you're there. Ugh. So I thought that was going to be chocolate, but it wasn't. I guess we'll end it quick today. Nobody's showing up. I posted this minutes ago, so it technically has lots of time for people to show up. Am I getting quirked? I'll just assume I'm getting quirked. Double check that my Instagram went up, announcing the show, because that's what I did. I announced it on Instagram today. What's going on over there? Let's switch to another video over there. Yeah, video's up. So I guess we'll see if anybody shows up tonight. Oh, you know what I was going to do tonight? I was going to do this anyway. So I guess I'm going to just do this on live anyway. And if nobody shows up, it'll just be boring. If people show up, it won't be boring. Ugh, I don't even want to look. How far back am I? August. Holy crap. So let's go over here. I guess I can screen share this. And Shooter's Almanac. Put that over there. Wish I could just do these on the computer and then it would be done already. Oops. And we'll go there. And I got to go back to August. August 13th. That's a lot. I knew I had a lot, and now I have more than a lot. All right, well, we're doing this live. I guess I'm going to go turn the fan on. It's super hot in here. Maybe I'll listen to a podcast. Back in the olden days of the chats, the people would show up and this was a conversation and people would talk and then have topics, ideas and things, and they'd say, and then other words would happen. It was pretty fun. Nothing lasts forever. So let's see, Annie Oakley. the 13th, Annie Oakley born. So, should I put the Watts riots up there? I already got the Watts riots up there. Navajo Code Talker. Let's get that one in here. So, how do I do it from here? I've had that one up before. So, is there a way to get it from my Instagram, maybe? How do I get back to my Instagram? Tactical Tuesday tomorrow. Here's the video I put up on Instagram. I'm just gonna leave this running until people start talking to get people's blood going. Maybe not. It's like dead fish water. What the hell is going on? Let's see how far back this thing will go. While I'm sitting here on the phone trying to go over and add another one. Maybe a fish slithered in there and died? That fan? Looks like a dead fish now. Ugh. Well, there's the last time I posted that picture. That's interesting. I think these were this year still. Yeah, there's Maj talking about the SHOT Show panel. So let's see. Now we're on the way to SHOT Show, and now we're maybe Red Dawn, so August. Rally, I guess. Red October, so that could be. I went up to there. I went up to there. So let's see if that's August. Oh wait, I'm looking for August something. So this is when oh man, I can't think of her name now. It was in front of the thing. This would have been September. I don't think I did a code talk thing last year though. Got Geronimo in September. There's an August. We're looking for August 14th. This was back, I guess. All right, there we go. Bam, there it is. Bam, bam. That's what I'm looking for. So now I'm going to open that in a new tab. And now I'm going to see what tags I used. Are you kidding me? I didn't use any tags at all. Dumbass. Oh, but can I edit? No, of course not, because of it's shitty. How can I get to my own one without getting to it? I guess I can't. Stupid Instagram. So Instagram isn't that good. I'm going to search for it though, and I'm going to search for what would be unique to this. I'm going to say Naive. N-A-A-Y-E. Oh, you know what, though? It's not going to find anything. Dang, it's not going to find it at all. How am I going to find it? I don't know how to find it. I don't think I can find it. Dang it. Wonder if I can. Oh, I can tag it. I can tag it. I can go at Shooter's Almanac. Boom. They think outside the box. Now this one will come up and go boom. No, not that one. Boom. It'll come up and go, hey, I got tagged. Now I can take it and copy link. Oh, actually, there's 4 pictures here. This was World War II because of the carbine, paratrooper carbine. Well, because it's Navajo. Okay, duh. There's another one for the World War I code talkers. Different day though. So let's see. We'll go to copy link again. Now I'm going to go to another app called Repost. And bad request. What the hell, stupid repost. So I'm going to try opening Repost again. And nothing. So I'm going to have to go back to Instagram. Go to where I was tagged. Go to the post. Highlight it. Copy link. Go back over to Repost app. Couldn't get Repost Media. Try to click it again. Clicked it again and it worked. Now I can get rid of my tag and boom. What I'm going to do, put a little bit of this vinaigrette on it so that you can see the edges a little easier. Paste that in there. And then give it the tag of Code Talkers Day. Okay, now we can go. 578 posts share that tag. That's pretty cool. Introducing cross messaging. Guess what? I don't care. All right, so now if we refresh this post is on this account. And that's what I'll be doing for the rest of the night. So I guess nobody's going to show up because it's so boring. I'll just be doing this by myself. Let's see. Next one in the calendar is this one, the inauguration rally. So how am I going to get to that? Page, I guess. And that is NAAGA. Oh, and then back to find where the announcement was. Which would have been a while ago. Quite a while ago. We got a new patch. They sued him. Sewed him. Veterans Day, I think I went back too far. That's September, right? Well, I guess nobody's going to show up. I don't need to do this live. I could try doing this. This is super boring, though. So I was hoping to do this like while somebody was having a conversation or something. And there's no point in just doing this since it's kind of pointless. So maybe I will wait until there's some kind of conversation going so I can do this at the same time as something else. So I think I will quit doing this. Quit while I'm ahead. And we've been going for 15 minutes. I think I saw one person sneak in, but nobody said nothing. So the show's over. Nobody likes this show anymore. The show used to be pretty good, and then it got bad. Now it's really bad. Nobody watches it anymore. Ozzy's out there. Yeah, I thought about I think after I already had sent the stuff to you, I thought about, hey, I should probably send you a copy of the book. So I don't remember if I sent you a book or nothing to look at, but in the future, I'll send you something to check out for publishing or to check out as a publisher to give me some heads up or some input. I don't know what I was thinking. I wasn't thinking, I guess. But yeah, you're the only one that showed up today, and I don't know what the deal is. I guess the show used to be good. Now it's not good anymore. And I thought I was going to sit here and do a bunch of reposts, but turns out I hate working on my phone almost always, including I'm just sitting here having a talk and type on my phone at the same time. It's really not torture, but just boring. Like, I don't like doing it. I have to look at the thing and fiddle with my thumbs and think about how slow it is compared to decent types of like mice interfaces, I guess. Now it's telling me I'm getting a message, but I have to figure out what channel is getting the message, I guess. Ugh, probably because I tagged myself, giving myself a damn message. Yeah, no idea. Come on. Checked every account so far. One of them's going to have a message, maybe. No. Oh boy, this is boring. It's like somebody came out with a second book on how to talk to your cat about gun safety. The antis think that's funny or something. They think it's kind of stab at us. No topics today that I brought to the table, but if anybody's got any, feel free to throw them out there. Could throw a link out here, I guess. Do that. But nobody's been really showing up yet today, so I didn't bother to throw a link out. Now I got a link out there, but if you'd like to jump in, feel free. Otherwise, I've just been got some tasks, I guess, backups I got to do on, I don't know, what should I say, backlogs, I guess, that I was going to work on, but turns out it's super boring and going to be super boring for y'all to listen to me talk about how boring it is and to be distracted by doing it. I have to click all over the damn phone to do this stuff. So it makes it super distracting. And now I'm yawning. Usually I give it a 5 yawn limit. I don't know how many yawns I'm in, but that'll be number one, I guess. Thing is, I was in the middle of something, but basically putting together that cartoon for the Daily Gun Show, figuring out how to chop that up pretty quick. I used some kind of fake app, free app that makes fake videos. Pretty neat. But I can't use my cartoons. I was hoping to be able to cram my cartoons in there, and it's not that good. So, and you can't shove your dog's face onto people. So, cram Bob onto some stuff, and then just deleted it and made a quick video there, commercial for the show. So that's out there. And it worked so well that no one showed up today. So I guess putting Bob on a creepy little Chinese kid didn't work. And live and learn. Now everybody knows not to put Bob's head on small people as a incentive to get views. It turns out that doesn't get views. No worries. I understand it's late, but that's sort of the point at this point. Today it's not bad. It was like 95 today. And they tell me it's going to be typical temperatures next week. So we should be back to whatever, less or more typical schedules. Arizona at least. When does the time change? At some point, the time will change too. All All right. Well, like I say, so don't need to force nothing. That's not the point of this show. It's just to create a place for a conversation each night that's real. It's about guns and not about distraction or manipulation or programming. Reaction to whatever they tell us we're supposed to listen to or talk about or pay attention to or not be paying attention to. Had some pretty good chats over the weekend. If you get a chance to check out the Locked and Loaded chat on Sunday, it was pretty awesome. It was 3 hours long. A bunch of people there that I don't think shared similar ideas and definitely had a lot of conversation. But that Edgar dude is an interesting guy in Colorado. I don't think I agree with him on every topic or nothing, but interesting to hear him chat about stuff for 3 hours. Air conditionings work in Arizona just fine. They might have been invented here because we've got the type of dry temperature that allows the evaporative element of an air conditioner to work at its maximum efficiency, unlike a humid environment where they got issues, I guess, what to do with all that water they create or something. We don't have to worry about that. Our water evaporates. So I think the ACs work pretty good. I worked as an AC tech for a while when I first started out and enjoyed it. Thing is, my house has two things. One is the windows are up and down like bow and arrow slits. They're not regular windows. It was built to look cool, I guess, or to be at a time when maybe it was energy efficient. I don't know. But I got 1 foot thick brick and then just little slits. So there's no way anybody's breaking in or getting out of here. And that's cool and everything. It's just that it makes it so I can't shove an AC in a window. I'd have to do some alternative, more expensive type or less efficient type. Once you get to the hoses and stuff, they start getting less efficient. Or when you bring the whole motor and everything inside, and then the other thing is paying for it. If I did have some kind of air conditioning thing, then they expect to be paid. And when you use that is during the day when everybody else is using air conditioning. So that's when the electricity costs the most. So this year, when it was the hottest year ever on record, literally, like they've never recorded a hotter year than this year in 120 years of keeping track. And it was the driest year. They've never had this less amount of rain. Oh, it's never been this low. And my electric bill at the max, my electric bill this month was $75. But the max, like 2 months ago, was $85. Or last year month or something was like $85. So I use my electricity at night and I sleep during the expensive electricity. So I let my house get as cool as it can get and then go to sleep in the morning. So then during the hot part of the day, while everything's getting hot, I'm turned off and all the windows are closed and it stays pretty decent in here. So when I wake up in the evening, I don't really need any fans or nothing. Not now for sure, but back when it was super hot, I barely needed any fans. And by the time I was turning on fans to move the cold air or the cooler air outside into the stagnant air inside, the electricity was way cheaper. So it works out for me being cheap ass to just flip around, be like a night worker and do all my stuff at night, especially because everything I do is on a computer or on some kind of motor. So I don't do much machine work in the summer because of the heat and I can't make noise in the middle of the night. So, saws and motors and stuff aren't good. But keeping the computers and stuff and the fans and everything running all night is the cheapest time to run it. And it's cooler, because it gets pretty hot. It gets so hot that without having an air conditioner, if I tried to run my computers during the day, I have to have fans blowing at them. It gets so hot that they get hot. Let's see. Geez, turns out someone who does a lot and gives shout outs for everybody. Hey. I know what you're saying. I guess you gave it to somebody, you're saying, who does a lot of shout outs and whatnot. Somebody with a 380, I guess. Anyway, so yeah, that's my strategy. This year it was kind of crazy. And I also would try to do stuff like I would leave if I could to get away from all this. But yeah, whatever. So yeah, and I'm not a big fan of AC. just because it wastes a bunch of electricity, basically. So, luckily, that's all over for a while. I actually wanted to buy by mistake because of everything he does. Oh, I see what you're saying. Right on. Kingpin's pretty cool. I don't know how he's going to use it without having any hands, but I guess if you don't have any hands, then having a right-handed holster just as good as a left-handed holster. So you got to start from scratch. Well, you got plenty of time. You said that was for Christmas or for birthday. If it's for birthday, I don't know when you're giving it to her, but if it's for Christmas, you got some time, I think. Unless you do a weird Christmas time. So probably go live for a while tomorrow during the day. I think if I ship stuff tomorrow still, it'll go out and still be with somebody or get to somebody by Saturday for the rally. So I think in the morning I'll go live for a while on the big channel and do sort of like some sort of a telethon thing. Get out the last patches and then quit the thing so that I have time to ship everything and get it out in the mail. And give everybody who wants one an opportunity to get a flag before the actual event. And then tomorrow night on this show, maybe more than the three of us will show up and we'll give away live that flag, the real flag from Alan Anchor to somebody who purchased one of the flags. I think there's 21 people altogether. Ugh. Blah. I keep thinking that's chocolate. It is not chocolate. Ugh. I made my coffee today with not chocolate and just regular nut milk. And it's all right. It tastes like nuts. It's just that it's not, chocolate. Every time I go to drink it, I'm thinking chocolate's going to hit my mouth. And that ain't chocolate. All right. Maybe that thumbnail I used today scared everybody away. Weird hippie Bob. Hippie baby Bob. Let's see. Christmas. I already made a left. Oh, okay. Oh, you're saying he wanted to buy it, and then you're like, I don't want your money. Well, I'll be on it again. So it's at least two that I'm aware of, and I'm probably on another time that I wasn't aware of. So I guess I'll just go to sleep. It's boring. That'll get me back on regular schedule again, I guess. I'm looking for something to watch over here. Some interesting stuff. Looking at the cutting edge of stuff is pretty neat. Let's see if I think of any new movies to watch from Matt's show today. Can't think of any. Well, if anybody was in here, I'd ask them if they seen any good chats over the weekend, and they would talk about it if they did or not. I think there was a couple. But nothing that are coming to mind, especially as I'm scrolling through watching a bunch of stuff on what YouTube's trying to feed me over here. Cool. Yeah, I don't disagree with the good deeds coming back around. something about if you only look for good out there, you're gonna find the good, and then since you're looking for good, you're not gonna be hung up on all the bad. I don't know how that works, but maybe that's something to do with that. If you're out there hanging out with growth and positivity, then you can expect to get growth and positivity as opposed to rot and stagnation. Ooh, what is this? Unnecessarily complex. So there's some kind of channel where they just do things and make everything unnecessarily complex. That's interesting. It's basically like steampunk art, it looks like. All right, well, I don't like to shut it off at 5 minutes in case some of the people don't get alerts or what. And, we're chatting a little bit here, but we're not having that much of a conversation. Did you see the Broiler Maker Union? No, I don't really pay attention to politics. We had Mika on last week. Was he on Friday? We had a pretty good conversation off air, just catching him up on stuff. And, he was asking me things. And I was curious about the masks and the perception of the whole situation in Finland. He told me, and he, I don't know. It's people want to talk about politics, so I've decided to do more and more removing myself from those conversations. That's what I say. So, I mean, I don't know if I have opinions or if I have positions, maybe, but those don't change. And all the day-to-day little intricacies just move the knob so small that do you really need to watch it? Unless something really moves the knob, really changes things, then I'm trying not to pay attention to the increments. Only because two things. I don't have the time to keep up. I mean, it really takes a lot of time. And then two, I think it perpetuates the idea. Like if everyone's paying attention to that stuff, then why wouldn't there more people pay attention? But I think you can decide to pay attention or not. And by not paying attention, maybe other people will decide not to pay attention, or at least I'll find other people that ain't paying attention. But I'm not watching to keep that close to tabs. I can't imagine anything at this point that's going to change anything for any number of people that make a difference. And I don't know, maybe it's just because again I'm not looking at that stuff, and because I'm not looking at it, it's not being fed to me. But it seemed like things have quieted down, at least from my awareness of people who have those kind of conversations. When they start having them in front of me, I see less of them about current things and more need to go back to earlier this year to complain about something or to suggest we're at the end of this existence or whatever the particular topic is. YouTube from someone working on, it was a YouTube video from BH Springs working on providing high power and redesigned from BH Springs. Huh. I don't know what BH Springs is. Is that a channel maybe? Working on a Browning high power. Somebody who redesigned a trigger on a Browning? All right. Well, I've scrolled down quite a bit. I don't think I'm missing anything on the little feed here of what's new. Let's see if I got any interesting comments. Somebody says lame review. I wonder which review they're saying is lame. 2 pennies. I don't know what that guy's saying. Saw it. Great granddaddy, everyday carry. All right, so let's see what they're telling me. Down about over here. Gonna show up over. No, I have to go to my main YouTube to find my passion. But I could have found it there too. I don't know what BH Springs is. Oh, you mean maybe that's a company that makes springs?
Best ways I've heard it described as the Second Amendment cake. So our forefathers recognizing our
This review of
Bath
a
fitter bath is installed quick.
Winchester 94. Highlighted comment. Would it be highlighted? What is this thing going to the commercial or what the hell? Assholes won't even show the video if you pause the commercial. I have to watch like an hour and a half worth of commercial on my own video. What the hell, dude? All right, how long is this video? 2 minutes and 54 seconds. How the hell can he say it's lame?
computer sides.
It's 2 minutes.
On the side, we've got a stagecoach. If I did my math right, I've got a list somewhere. This is an interesting rifle, according to the article in the Gun World. Some of the last Winchesters made. It's kind of neat. So their commemoratives are 30-30. These are in 32-40, and they have some signature boxes.
Got the box and it even says 3240 on it, and he goes, "It's 3240, not 3220." Why don't you shut up, dude? So I'm gonna delete this guy and block him from my channel. Oh, amazing. Amazing, the channels that he watches. Block user, very good. And then, of course, I'm going to remove that comment because it's a dinkus comment. So, I don't know, maybe that's like a fun thing to do for trolls now. Instead of like being technically accurate or think you're right, you just come up with something wrong and complain about how it's not wrong enough. Do not know. Do not know. All right, well, 37 minutes is the worst show ever. Maybe the worst show. Could have been the worst show, except for Wield and Ozzy hanging out for a little bit, making it better than the shittiest show. This was a pretty bad show. So this is what happens when shows get so good that other shows start to hate it because of their jealousy and of their inadequacies or whatever, and they're jealous or whatever. So they're gonna do things to make this show not do that, even though this show is better than all the other shows. This is the result. So they didn't win. The show still won, but it won in such a way that only 3 people showed up. Let's see. Oh, so you're talking about... No, I was thinking of Powder Springs, so I don't know what that is. Is that Powder Springs? There's a company that mostly does springs for BHP, but SFS Safety and BHP. Browning High Power, I see what you're saying. They did a Browning High Power college with many videos. Oh, okay. So... and something about Powder Springs, but maybe I'm thinking of something else. But, oh, I see. From Browning High Power, Springs working on it. So I still don't get it. But when you go to shot downstairs, well, now it's not anymore. But back in the day when you go to shot like downstairs, a lot of the companies that did like, well, that do springs or magazine bodies or machining or casting, like they do elements of other stuff for other companies. They build components or they build it somehow, they build parts or whatever, or supply materials. It was interesting to go down and just see those. Back in the day, it would be downstairs, it would be like a guy with a trail cam and then some lady with some sort of a, I don't know, thing for camping or something. And then it would be like a gun thing. It's just totally random downstairs. So you'd find just going up and down the aisles, all of a sudden there'd be a company that supplies zippers or that would die cut things out of sheet metal to size, or would form boxes, or just all these different things that are necessary for the industry. Now they've taken all that and moved it into its own sort of room or its own section so that stuff's separate. But I remember chatting with some of the spring people because I would look for things to talk about at SHOT Show that were not just, buy a damn new model or another color or whatever, and into all the back and forth between this brand's better than that brand stuff. So I was looking at stuff like the government agencies that have booths set up there, and those those suppliers to manufacturers, and I know I talked to some of the spring companies, and that I'm not talking like Geisley or somebody that makes like a trigger, but just literally people that wind springs or that create different shaped springs out of wire and then harden it probably or do things. Anyway, that's as much information as I have or much experience as I have with those, because now I'll go up there and look and just be interested, but I don't really have anything to talk to them about, just like I did before. So I just kind of look at them, and some of them do have interesting displays, different ways to show off their characteristics of their materials that make you stop as you're walking down the aisle of a trade show. Some interesting demos, I guess, or large or small versions of whatever it is they're making, or things like that, videos sometimes, but mostly it's the hands-on stuff or the different demos they got going. All right, well, I'll quit threatening. 42 minutes, worst show ever. Thanks to Wield and Ozzy for showing up, and apologies to everybody else who was disappointed by this show. We're going to blame it on the daytime shows.